It's a moment that no one saw coming. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the young and unstoppable force of progressivism, stepping into the political arena for yet another fierce battle. But this time it's different. This time she's facing off against a political titan, Senator Ted Cruz, a man whose beliefs about the economy and the role of government have been at the core of his career. The stakes? Nothing less than the future of the American economy itself. And the topic? The irregular regulation of the economy. Sounds dry, doesn't it? But when these two are involved, nothing is ever that simple. AOC, with her fiery passion and clear vision for the future, isn't just talking about economic policy. She's talking about a world where the wealth gap doesn't swallow entire communities, where access to health care isn't a privilege for the few, but a right for all, where every citizen, no matter their background, can walk through life without being crushed by the weight of a system that favors the rich. Then there's Ted Cruz, the man from Texas, ever the voice of conservative values. He stands firm in his belief that the economy should be left to the markets, that regulation stifles growth and innovation. For Cruz, the economy is a machine that works best when it's allowed to run freely, unimpeded by what he calls the overreach of government. But the tension between them? It's electric. This isn't a debate over theoretical policies. It's a fight over the very soul of America's economic future. And here's where things start to get interesting. Cruz, with his usual sharp tongue, dismisses AOC's vision as unrealistic, too idealistic. He claims that the economy thrives when the government steps back. Let the free market work, he argues confidently. That's what built America in the first place. But AOC, well, she's not backing down. She fires back with everything she's got. The free market doesn't work for the people at the bottom. It works for the ones at the top, the ones who already have everything. You want to talk about growth? Let's talk about growing inequality. It's a shocking statement, one that forces everyone in the room to stop and listen. The debate has barely started, and already we're witnessing something deeper, more explosive than anyone anticipated. But that's the moment it all changes. The camera catches Cruz's smug smile fading into something else, something darker. A slip-up, a mistake, or perhaps a calculated move. Whatever it is, it's about to set off a chain of events that will turn this debate from a policy discussion into a scandal that will shake Washington to its core. Stay tuned. This is only the beginning. The debate takes a sharp turn. What was supposed to be an exchange of ideas has now become a full-fledged war of words. As Cruz and AOC trade barbs, the atmosphere in the room grows heavier. It's not just about economic policy anymore. It's about who has the power to shape America's future. Cruz, with his sharp political instincts, is quick to attack AOC's vision of economic equality. Your solution, Alexandria, is to tax the people who already create jobs. You want to punish the entrepreneurs, the small business owners, the very people who drive the economy. That's not how we succeed. It's not how America succeeds. But AOC isn't rattled, not even for a second. She leans into the microphone, her eyes locked on Cruz, her voice unwavering. Ted, you're stuck in the past. You're defending a system that has failed millions of working Americans. It's a system that's rigged in favor of the wealthy and leaves everyone else behind. My vision isn't about punishment, it's about fairness. The tension between them is palpable. For every point Cruz makes, AOC counters with a vision of a more inclusive, more equitable economy. She's on fire, challenging everything Cruz stands for, and in the process, she's captivating the audience. But then, Cruz goes too far. In a move that could be described as reckless, he makes a comment that seems innocuous at first. Look, Alexandria, the problem is you're not seeing the bigger picture. The economy isn't just about what's good for the people, it's about what's good for the country. And that means keeping taxes low and government out of the way. It's the kind of statement you'd expect from a politician like Cruz. But it's also a line that's about to come back and bite him. AOC, ever the strategist, seizes the moment with laser precision. You're telling me to trust the system that's been rigged for decades? The same system that allowed the top 1% to amass unimaginable wealth while millions of Americans struggle to make ends meet? The audience gasps. It's not just a political disagreement. It's a direct challenge to the very foundation of Cruz's economic beliefs. And just like that, Cruz's tone shifts. His smirk fades. He realizes he's made a mistake, but it's too late to take it back. And that's when it happens. The scandal. Cruz's comment about keeping government out of the way wasn't just a bad political talking point. It was a slip-up that exposed something far deeper, something much more sinister. Behind the scenes, sources reveal that Cruz has been directly involved with lobbyists from major corporations pushing for policies that benefit the ultra-wealthy while giving little to no regard for the working class. It's a revelation that hits hard, harder than anyone expected. Cruz's credibility is suddenly in question, and the public is starting to see him in a new light. Meanwhile, AOC is undeterred. She's made her point, and the world is listening. The contrast couldn't be clearer. On one side, a politician who's been compromised by special interests, and on the other, a rising star who's fighting for a better future for everyone. What do you think? Is Ted Cruz's economic vision still valid, or has AOC completely changed the game? As the debate rages on, the scandal surrounding Ted Cruz's involvement with corporate lobbyists begins to take center stage. The pressure is mounting, and Cruz can no longer hide from the fallout. News outlets are buzzing, and social media is ablaze with accusations. The man who once championed the free market now finds himself in the middle of a growing storm. But it's not just the media that's turning against him. In the very room where the debate is taking place, there's a noticeable shift in energy. The audience, once divided, is starting to take sides. On one hand, Cruz stands as the embodiment of conservative values, fighting for lower taxes and limited government intervention. On the other, AOC stands with fire in her eyes, relentless in her pursuit of a system that works for everyone, not just the wealthy elite. Cruz tries to keep his composure, but the cracks are starting to show. He's no longer speaking with the same confidence he had at the beginning of the debate. He's rattled, and AOC isn't about to let him off the hook. "You wanted to talk about the economy," she says, her voice steady, "but you've been bought and paid for by the same people who are destroying it. You want to lower taxes for the ultra-wealthy, while people are drowning in student debt and struggling to get by. You want to protect the interests of the top 1% and pretend like it's a free market. But that's not what's happening. It's corporate socialism, and the people who pay the price are everyday Americans." The room goes silent. It's a pointed attack, one that exposes Cruz's hypocrisy in front of an audience that's now fully aware of the scandal swirling around him. His connections to corporate lobbyists, his constant push for tax breaks for the richest Americans. AOC has laid it all out, and there's no denying the truth. But Cruz, ever the skilled politician, tries to fight back. "Alexandria, you're naive. You think government can solve every problem, but all you're doing is stifling innovation, punishing the very people who create jobs and grow this economy. The answer isn't more taxes, it's less government." AOC doesn't flinch. "Innovation," she shoots back. "You mean the kind of innovation that allows billionaires to hide their wealth in offshore accounts while real working families struggle to survive? That kind of innovation?" Her words hang in the air, cutting through the tension like a knife. Cruz knows he's losing this battle, but he's not ready to admit defeat. His responses become more desperate, his tone sharper. He's no longer debating, he's defending, and with every word, he's digging himself deeper into a hole. Behind the scenes, the whispers only grow louder. Ted Cruz, the man who spent years promoting small government and free market policies, is now being exposed as a tool of the very corporations he once claimed to oppose. It's a betrayal that cuts deep, not just for his supporters, but for the millions of Americans who've been let down by the system. And as the scandal continues to unfold, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is emerging as the one to watch. She's not just winning this debate, she's changing the narrative. Her vision for a fairer, more equitable economy isn't just a pipe dream anymore. It's a call to action, a call for a future where everyone has a shot at success, no matter their background. As Cruz stumbles, AOC rises. It's clear now that she's the one with the momentum. The audience is with her, and the political world is beginning to take notice. The clock is ticking, and the debate is nearing its final moments. The atmosphere in the room is electric, charged with anticipation. Cruz, once confident and smug, now seems to be grasping at straws. His arguments have faltered, his credibility is in tatters, and the weight of the scandal hanging over him is undeniable. The pressure is mounting. His political future, already shaky, is slipping through his fingers. AOC, on the other hand, stands strong. She's more than just a political figure now. She's a symbol of something greater, a symbol of change, of hope, of a future where the economy works for everyone, not just the elite few. Her words are measured but powerful, cutting through the tension in the room. "Look, Ted," AOC says, her voice calm but firm. "This isn't about ideology. This is about people, real people who are living paycheck to paycheck, who are drowning in debt, who are struggling to survive in an economy that was never designed for them. You can keep defending the system that's broken, or you can stand with those who are fighting for a better tomorrow. The choice is yours." Her words hang in the air, and for a brief moment, everything is still. Cruz, visibly rattled, stares back at her. There's no more smirk on his face, no more bravado. His defenses have crumbled, and the audience knows it. The fight is over. AOC turns her focus to the crowd, her voice filled with conviction. "We need an economy that serves us all. An economy that's built on fairness, on opportunity, on a future where no one is left behind. And I'm not going to stop fighting for that vision, no matter who stands in my way." It's a rallying cry, a call to arms for everyone who believes that the system can and should work for everyone, not just the powerful and the privileged. The room erupts in applause, and the energy is palpable. For many, this isn't just a debate, it's a moment of awakening. Cruz, now clearly outmatched, tries to salvage what's left of his argument, but it's too late. The damage has been done. The truth has come to light, and no amount of political maneuvering will change that. As the debate wraps up, the spotlight is on AOC. She's not just the victor of this discussion, she's the hero, the one who dared to challenge the system, to stand up for what's right, to give a voice to the voiceless. And in the eyes of millions, she's the leader of the future. The scandal surrounding Cruz will be the talk of Washington for weeks to come, but AOC has already moved on. She's focused on the next fight, the next battle for a fairer, more just world. And with every step she takes, she's proving that change isn't just possible, it's inevitable. This is just the beginning. AOC's fight for a better economy is far from over, and we'll be right here, following her every move. Don't forget to comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe for more updates on this epic journey. The future is bright, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is leading the way.